manufacturer. By the way, their headquarters is located in Ohio. This is their best. This is the 7500. Vitamix, for the first time in 17 years, went back and redesigned their best-selling, most popular machine. And they did it at the bequest of the largest coffee chain in America. Then they came up with the 7500. It's 40% quieter than any other Vitamix, which you'll appreciate in your own home. It's the most powerful motor that Vitamix has ever made. It's also the variable speed machine so that you've got more control than ever before. Now, the one thing that does not normally come with the 7500 is the dry container. This is how you make your own breads. This is how you make your own coffee grounds. It's how you do spices. It's how you do everything dry. It's never been available unless it was an add-on accessory, by the way, at a price of $144. The price of this 7500 is the best price ever done for this machine with these accessories. We're going to include 2 cookbooks with 350 different recipes. And this machine that's actually 16 machines in one can help your family to eat healthier, for you to eat better with more flavor, to have more fun in the kitchen, and have less cleanup. The colors that are in the marketplace, which are the black and the white, are available here at QVC. We've got them. We also have that ever popular red. But then Vitamix, because they've had so much success here at QVC, build machines like the cinnamon that are exclusive to QVC, isn't available anywhere else. That lemongrass, which by the way is one of the most limited colors. We couldn't get very many of these made for today's presentation. This gorgeous willow blue is also exclusive to QVC, and very limited is the espresso. If you've wanted a Vitamix for many, many years, it is truly the best American machine out there. We've got it. We also, by the way, there's a slate gray. That's the only one on my list that I have any type of advanced order on. So if the slate gray might happen to sell out right here at midnight, we'll have a few more through the rest of the day, but then they're gone. They will then be gone. Here's the value story. And again, you're talking about the top of the line. It is the most searched model number when people put Vitamix into our search bar on QVC.com. And this is their Elite. It normally comes with a 48-ounce container, but does not come with the dry container. That's a $661.97 price tag. We're on the air for one day, and one day only, at under $400. That is an amazing price tag. That is over $260 less than retail. You know the brand name. I said it before. Even if you've never owned a Vitamix, you know Vitamix. The man I'm about to introduce you to knows more about Vitamix than anybody I know. Jim Muller, welcome back. How are you?
Shakes. What's up? What's up? It's good to see you, brother.
Easter is right around the corner.
Yep.
I put on a winter coat of about 15 pounds, right? So we're going to get into smoothies again. We're going to talk about whole food, real food. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a gourmet chef, or even somebody who says they've got a lot of time in the kitchen, to be able to make this a piece of equipment you'll use every single day.
Absolutely. You know, there's one reason that people buy a Vitamix. Actually, 4.
Okay.
First one is smoothness and taste.
I agree.
Okay. Second, it's built to last.
Right.
Third, it's more than just a blender.
16 in 1.
And fourth, it is the complete food prep system. This is our 7500 motor. It is the most powerful household motor we make at Vitamix.
Okay.
It is 40% quieter than our other household motors. Mm-hmm. And today, for the first time ever, it comes with both containers, the wet ingredient container and the dry ingredient container, that turns this Vitamix into your complete food prep system, or total nutrition center, that does the work of 16 different appliances. Take a look. It actually does the work of a whole food juicer. Then it'll be a blender. And that's coming up right now. There we go.
16 in 1, yep.
So it's a whole food juicer. It's a blender, a food processor, a stick blender, a hand mixer, ice cream maker, ice crusher, meat grinder, chopper, cheese grater, peanut butter maker, fondue maker, hot soup and sauce maker, coffee grinder, grain mill, and dough kneader. Your complete nutrition center, one motor, 2 containers, The dry container is the one accessory that most people want for the Vitamix, and today it comes with this machine.
The dry is the #1 accessory from the folks at Vitamix. Normally retails for $144. It's never been included with this machine. By the way, both of these canisters will fit underneath your cabinets.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a countertop machine. You don't have to store it and then pull it out.
Okay.
What do you want to show us first?
I'm going to show you why. I'll show you why Vitamix is built to last. You know, there's a lot of pretender blenders, wannabe Vitamixes.
Right.
We're as good as, but they don't tell you in the directions to run their machine at high speed for 6 or 7 minutes. You'll burn it out, okay?
Right.
Vitamix tells you in the directions to do it because it's built to last. So I'm going to make a brand new soup tonight.
Oh.
It's got 3 ingredients, plus I'm adding 1 more for a little bit of protein. I'm making what's called a simple sweet potato soup.
Okay.
I've got some vegetable broth in here. I got a cup of 2% yogurt.
Right.
I've got a leftover baked sweet potato. You could microwave it first if you want.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add in raw cashews because
That's a superfood.
souping is the new juicing.
I agree. Yep.
Okay? With juicing, total juice with the Vitamix, you can add anything you want that's raw. You're giving yourself bodies better nutrition.
Right.
Now you can do it with soup. I'm just going to add some extra raw cashews. It could be raw almonds, raw walnuts. This will be steaming hot in 6 minutes. I'll be right back.
Now, by the way, there is no heating element in a Vitamix. We can also do ice cream, and there's no refrigeration or cooling element in a Vitamix. It's all a matter of the blade. Now, by the way, on a 16-in-1, so many times when you have a piece of equipment that does more than one thing, you compromise on everything it does. If it's a combination waffle iron, shirt starcher, it's a pretty crappy waffle iron.
Right.
This is the best of the best. It's why major restaurants, the #1 coffee chain in the world, relies on a Vitamix to please their customers.
Okay, so most people buy a Vitamix for one thing, to make smoothies.
Right.
Most people buy a blender for one thing, to make smoothies, and they're very often disappointed. That's because you better get it right. And that's why Vitamix is known throughout the world for the smoothness of their smoothies. Remember, smoothness and taste.
Okay.
So I'm going to make another brand new smoothie for you. It's simple. Again, just a few ingredients. A cup of water, and then some raw baby spinach. I'm going to take some raw mint leaves. I'm going to take a couple of cups of pineapple chunks.
Which,
And
by the
then
way, this is the only way I will
just add
eat
some ice.
spinach.
Yeah, well,
And
you
you know
can't
that.
taste it, but it's in there. It's
Yeah.
good for you. Turn the machine on.
And this
Turn
one
it up
has
to
the
high speed.
variable speed motor. And that's one of the reasons why it's the #1 sought after Vitamix. And we don't often have a chance to put this one on the air. In fact, it's been a long time since we had the 7500.
It's already done a better job of liquefying that food in 5 seconds than any other machine could do in 5 minutes. But here's the difference between Vitamix and everybody else in the world. It's called the Vitamix blend. Take a look. That's turning at 22,500 revolutions per minute. It's filled all the way up to the top, but it doesn't spill a drop. Why? Because the motor container and blades are designed to keep pulling the food down into the blades over and over and over again, tens of thousands of times per minute. So, first of all, making a smoothie, smoothness and taste. But what if you want something other than smoothies? Well, this machine makes ice cream and frozen yogurt.
Beautiful.
So let's make it.
So, now we're getting into a season where we'll have fresh fruit coming up soon, but you can still get frozen fruit at the grocery store virtually anywhere.
Yeah, well, I keep frozen fruit in there because it's easier to still eat ice cream and frozen yogurt if you don't add all the sugar and butter fat, okay? So in here, again, low-fat yogurt, pineapple, and mango. The tamper that comes with it.
For those of you who have never had a Vitamix, you're going to hear a sound from a Vitamix that no other blender can make. It's a growling sound. There it is. That's when you know your Vitamix is happy.
That's called blade power under load.
And you'll see 4 quadrants.
Look at this.
Yep. It's perfect every single time.
Frozen solid.
But there's no refrigeration in the unit itself.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What's the one thing in your freezer that's never frozen solid?
Ice cream.
Yeah. you ever wonder why?
I didn't until now. Thank you for my late
It's
night up.
because they put chemicals, emulsifiers, stabilizers,
Okay.
propylene glycol on some of it. That's what keeps it from freezing solid.
Okay.
Real ice cream has none of that in it. It's just got
propol. What you?
propylene glycol.
No kid has ever said, "That's the
Give me
flavor
more
I
of
want." But look at the texture of this. Smooth as silk.
Good, huh?
You taste freshness. You just made ice cream in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I made it in 15 seconds.
15 seconds, yes. Well, that's under 5 minutes. Now, we're making
right.
soup, by the way, too. This is really good.
It is good, isn't it? Okay, our drink's done.
Everybody, by the way, they're called smoothies because you shouldn't have to chew them.
No, exactly.
Okay?
If it's a chewy, it's not a smoothie.
There's
so this
what
is
you
what I
put
started
into it.
with.
That was spinach,
Pineapple and mint, cup of water, and 2 cups of ice.
and that was it.
Yep. Filled right to the top. Let's see what comes out.
All right?
Raw, solid food turned into liquid, flowing goodness, and there's nothing in the bottom of that bowl. There's no spinach leaves or stems wrapped around the blades.
Do you
There's
remember
no pineapple
juicers?
chunks or seeds. Yeah.
How all the good stuff that you juiced wound up as the fiber that you had to clean out and throw away, and it was a big mess. There's none of that with a Vitamix.
Try that and tell me what you think.
First thing I taste, that little kick of mint,
Yep.
then the pineapple. This is the only way that you'll get me to eat spinach. That's healthy. And by the way, because the motor is now 40% quieter, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can make a smoothie without waking Teresa up or Kelly up
Right.
or the dogs up or anybody else.
So how's the texture? Oh, smooth? Bits and pieces? Lumps and chunks?
There's no lump. There's nothing to chew. That's fantastic.
Exactly, and that's why over 100,000 restaurants throughout the world, include some of the world's best smoothie chains, Dairy Queen, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Orange Julius, Smoothie King.
That's good.
The world's largest coffee shop chain
Yep.
uses Vitamix machines. The Outback Steakhouse restaurant uses Vitamix machines. Why? Because of the smoothness and flavor from those smoothies. And they do what's called a spread test.
Okay.
So just take a look. I'm going to pour this out on a white plate because you cannot hide anything on a white plate. And take a look. If you see any of the spinach, the pineapple, the ice, nothing. It's perfectly, totally liquefied. Not blenderized,
Yep.
not liquidized, liquefied, plus in cleaning it.
And watch the cleanup on this. Are you ready? And by the way, you threw stems in there. You threw in whole fruit, ice, etc. It's almost a self-cleaning piece of equipment.
So the Vitamix is designed to be cleaned on the machine. You never take the blades apart. You never have to touch the blades. They're hardened stainless steel from one piece of aircraft stainless steel.
We'll be talking about the
Got one more
warranty
thing to
coming
show
up
you.
in just a bit. I want to remind you, already over 150 have been purchased. This is the lowest price we've ever had for the 7500. That's the top of the line Vitamix. It's the most powerful home model they make. It's the one with the variable speed. Now with the dry container for the
This
very
is the dry
first
container.
time.
Different than the wet ingredient container. This pushes the grain up the sides and drops it down in. In 30 seconds, you have flour fine enough to bake with. It will actually knead the bread dough in about 15 to 20 seconds. I'll show you how to do that. It's coming up. And then you bake off. That's a 2-pound loaf of bread that you bake off from scratch in less than an hour. You're eating from scratch at home.
You
bread.
get your soup. I'm going to head
We're
over
right
here.
back here. We're right back here.
Oh, we're going back there?
We have to stay right here.
All right. We
Sorry.
planned this out. Pre-planned spontaneity. Now, this is your new soup.
Yeah, this is called simple sweet potato soup. Again, just a couple of ingredients. But look, in 6 to 7 minutes, with the Vitamix, you can't do this in other blenders. Steaming hot soup. Now look at the consistency.
Smooth as silk.
Oh my gosh. That's why restaurants throughout the world use our machines to make those great soups that they have, that they service that are $8, $10. You know, you go, what are you kidding me, for soup?
This is called the perk of having the job.
Exactly.
So you're now talking about
Some vegetable broth, a
4
little bit of
ingredients.
2% yogurt, a baked off sweet potato, cashews.
it's
How
a
good is
perfect
that?
temperature. Again, that's smooth as can be. Now, if you're worried about what your family eats, you can't get any fresher than this.
No, this is a better choice. Better than opening up a can of soup. Take whatever you've got in the refrigerator or the pantry. You have soup in 5 to 6 minutes. That's good, isn't it?
And by the way,
bring that with you?
I've got, yeah, I'm on a low sodium diet.